Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks and today we'll take a look at 13 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. The first video we'll be taking a look at today comes to us from the TikTok account YellowSick 2.0. where the uploader documents some unusual incidents that he claims have taken place at the crematorium where he works. He explains that the lights automatically shut off at a certain hour each night and decides to take viewers on a walkthrough of the building after dark. It doesn't take long before something strange happens.
So when I'm walking here at night, I walk right by these urns that they put on these tables here, and then I come down. Freaking out.
If you watch closely, one of the lids on an urn appears to move on its own. It's a subtle movement, but in a place like this, it's enough to make anyone feel uneasy. Clearly unsettled, the uploader decides it's probably a good time to leave. But before he can make it out, one final incident occurs. As he approaches the exit, the long plastic strips hanging in the doorway suddenly begin moving apart, almost as if something invisible is passing through them from the other side. Taken on their own, each moment might not seem especially remarkable, but together and given the location, they make for a surprisingly creepy sequence. Of course, there may be perfectly ordinary explanations for both incidents, even if they aren't immediately obvious from the footage. Whether this was paranormal activity or simply a strange coincidence, I'll let you be the judge. Next up is a video uploaded to TikTok by user DanielMakesBeat5, who claims his Ring doorbell camera captured something unsettling wandering around his backyard late one night. At first glance, everything seems perfectly normal, but if you pay close attention, you'll notice something that's much harder to explain. Take a look. Did you catch it? A dark, shadowy figure can briefly be seen moving across the backyard before disappearing into the darkness. In the video's description, Daniel says this wasn't the first time he'd spotted the mysterious figure around his trailer. In fact, he claims he'd seen it on multiple occasions and even wonders if it could be a skinwalker. While the figure certainly looks unsettling, it's worth remembering that Ring doorbell cameras heavily compress their footage, particularly at night. Combined with the camera's infrared night vision and motion processing, an ordinary person or object can sometimes lose detail and appear as a dark, featureless silhouette, making it seem much stranger than it actually was. Even so, if that's all this is, it's a surprisingly eerie clip, and it's easy to understand why it sparked so much debate online. What do you think Daniel captured lurking in his backyard? On September 25th, 2025, the YouTube channel Eerie Wilderness uploaded a video showing a woman exploring the woods late at night in search of something she believes may be lurking in the area. Armed with only a flashlight and her camera, she slowly makes her way through the dark forest, but before long, her search appears to come to an abrupt stop. Take a look.
Guys, there's a dog behind you. There he is. Okay. Yep. I'm done. No. No. Where'd he go? Okay. Like that shit. That's what that is.
As her flashlight sweeps across the trees, it briefly illuminates what appears to be a tall, canine-like figure staring directly back at her from the darkness. Whether or not it's actually a so-called dog man is anyone's guess, but unlike many videos of alleged cryptids, this one is clear enough that you can make out at least some of the figure's shape before it slowly moves deeper into the woods. Unfortunately, the clip ends there, so we never find out what happened after the encounter. Of course, there's also the possibility that this was simply a person in a costume. The footage is simply too short to draw any firm conclusions, and without seeing what happened before or after the encounter, it's impossible to know exactly what was standing among the trees that night. Whatever the explanation may be, it's certainly not something most people would want to come across alone in the middle of the woods. This next video comes to us from TikTok user BioWalk210, who appears to be working a late night shift operating an excavator in what looks to be a heavily wooded area, possibly deep inside a forest. With the machine's lights providing the only real source of illumination, it's already an unsettling place to be working. But before long, the operator notices something in the darkness that makes the job far more disturbing than he ever expected. Take a look. While operating the excavator, the videographer suddenly notices what appears to be a person dressed entirely in white standing among the trees, seemingly watching him from a short distance away. The figure doesn't appear to move much, instead remaining eerily still as the operator tries to process what he's seeing. Thankfully, whatever or whoever it was never comes any closer, and the clip ends before the situation escalates any further. Of course, it's also possible that the entire encounter was staged, with someone deliberately dressed in white and positioned in the woods to create a creepy video. Without any additional footage or context, it's impossible to know whether this was a genuine encounter or an elaborate hoax. Whatever the truth may be, unexpectedly spotting a silent figure watching you from the middle of a forest at night is enough to make just about anyone want to leave in a hurry. A man named Brandon Schulke uploaded a video to TikTok in July of 2026, documenting a job at a house that already had him feeling a little uneasy. According to Brandon, an electrician who had previously been working at the property had unexpectedly quit for reasons he doesn't know. He also points out an area of damage inside the home before giving viewers a quick walkthrough. At first, everything appears perfectly normal. That is, until he heads down to the basement. Take a look.
Should tell the customer about that. Some exposed wire here too. Okay, so let's go take a look at the panel over here. Looks pretty good. Newer panel, okay. They got... What the f*** was that? Dude, hello? Hello? Oh, hell no!
As Brandon makes his way through the basement, the sound of footsteps can suddenly be heard coming from somewhere nearby. Moments later, a door violently slams shut on its own. Clearly startled, Brandon immediately calls out to ask if anyone else is in the house.
Hello?
But no one responds.
Hello?
Whether someone was actually hiding inside the property or something else caused the noises is impossible to know from the clip alone. If there really was another person in the house, That could certainly explain the footsteps and the slamming door. On the other hand, if Brandon truly was alone, it's easy to see why the experience left him so shaken. What do you think Brandon heard lurking in the basement that day? This next piece of footage comes from the United States Department of War's recently released UAP archive. Designated DOW UAP PR051, the video was reportedly captured on January 1st, 2021 by a US military platform operating in the Middle East. Take a look. The footage shows a strange, bright object moving across the night sky. Even before anything unusual happens, its appearance alone is enough to raise questions. But then, the object suddenly shoots across the frame at what appears to be an incredible speed, disappearing almost instantly. Whether the object itself actually accelerated that dramatically, or whether this sudden movement was influenced by the camera system or tracking sensor, is difficult to determine from the footage alone. Still, it's moments like these that have made several of the recently released Department of War videos the subject of so much discussion. What do you think this object was, and what caused its apparent burst of speed? When thousands of people gather to watch a baseball game, the last thing anyone expects to see is something strange flying across the stadium. This next clip was shared to Reddit by user Available Option and was reportedly captured during an Atlanta Braves game. As the television broadcast follows the action on the field, something unexpected briefly enters the frame. Take a look.
Watch. Tell me what this is.
That's a fun one, though, that David Justice. Memory of that homer back in '95, and that 1-0 game.
What is that?
Did you catch it? A strange, dark object suddenly appears high above the field before rapidly shooting across the stadium and disappearing just as quickly as it arrived. Its shape almost resembles a Dementor from the Harry Potter franchise, making the brief sighting even more bizarre. The moment only lasts a second or two, but it's been enough to spark plenty of discussion online. Some viewers believe it could be a UFO, while others think it may simply be a bird, an insect flying close to the camera, or even a visual artifact created during the broadcast. Without additional footage, it's impossible to know for certain what crossed over the stadium that day. Whatever it was, it's definitely not something you'd expect to see while watching a baseball game. This next clip was shared to Reddit by user MinimumScholar2356, who says he works at a crematorium. While working a late night shift, he began experiencing a strange feeling that something wasn't quite right. Feeling increasingly uneasy, he decided to pull out his phone and record an area of the building that had caught his attention. According to the uploader, the room ahead was completely pitch black, making what happened next all the more unsettling. Take a look. If you watch closely, a small white face appears to peek out from behind the chairs before quickly retreating out of sight. The uploader even jokes that it almost looks as though whatever it is playing a game of peekaboo with him. He says that at first he wondered if it was simply a light briefly turning on and off, but according to him, that explanation didn't seem to fit as there was only a wall behind the chairs and a light source would have illuminated much more of the room. He also points out that the white shape appears to slide back behind the chair rather than simply disappearing, all while the camera remains perfectly still. Of course, it's also possible that the lighting, camera exposure on object hidden in the darkness created the illusion of a face. With such a brief clip, it's difficult to know exactly what we're looking at. Whether it was really something playing peekaboo or simply a trick of the light, I'll leave that for you to decide. Over on TikTok, a woman named Shia uploaded a video while spending some quiet time at home with her newborn baby brother. At first, everything seems perfectly ordinary. As she records the room, a rocking chair can be seen sitting in the background alongside several children's toys. But within seconds, the peaceful moment takes a very unsettling turn. Take a look. As you just saw, the rocking chair suddenly begins rocking back and forth on its own. At the same time, the sound of a lullaby starts playing from somewhere else in the room, although the toy responsible for the music never appears on camera. In the video's caption, Shia says the entire experience felt like a literal horror movie, and it's easy to understand why. Seeing an empty rocking chair moving by itself is unsettling enough, but having a lullaby begin playing at the exact same time makes the moment even creepier. Of course, it's possible the chair was already moving slightly beforehand or was set in motion by something outside the frame. Likewise, the lullaby may simply have been triggered by a nearby toy that's hidden from view. Whether it was nothing more than an odd coincidence or something far stranger, I'll let you decide. Over on the Alien subreddit, a user known as OriginalBlackberry89 shared a video that he boldly describes as the best UFO ever recorded. That's certainly a lofty claim. The footage shows the videographer filming the night sky. For several seconds, nothing appears out of the ordinary. Then something unexpected comes into view. A strange object slowly drifts across the sky, its shape appearing surprisingly detailed despite the video's relatively low quality. Rather than looking like a single point of light, it seems to have a complex structure, almost resembling something straight out of a science fiction movie. The object remains visible for quite some time before eventually disappearing from the frame, giving viewers a much longer look than many alleged UFO videos typically do. Of course, without knowing exactly what was filmed, it's difficult to draw any firm conclusions. Some viewers believe this is one of the most compelling UFO videos shared online in recent years, while others suspect there may be a more conventional explanation, or that the footage could have been staged. Personally, I have to say this might actually be one of the best alleged UFO videos I've ever seen. Whether it's genuine or not is another question entirely. But as far as UFO footage goes, it's definitely up there for me. What do you guys think? This next video shared to the True Cryptozoology subreddit is said to show a group of grave robbers exploring a cave somewhere in Peru back in 2015. As they venture deeper into the cave, they suddenly come across something lying on the ground that appears unlike anything they've ever seen before. Take a look. Lying motionless on the cave floor is what appears to be the body of a small humanoid creature with an elongated head and unusually thin limbs, leading many viewers to speculate that it could be some sort of alien. The group spends the remainder of the video filming the mysterious body from different angles, giving viewers a surprisingly long look at the alleged discovery. Without any reliable information about the video's origin or what became of the alleged body afterward, it's impossible to verify exactly what was filmed. Some viewers believe it could represent an extraordinary discovery, while others suspect there's a more conventional explanation that simply isn't obvious from the footage alone. Whatever the truth may be, it's certainly one of the most unusual cave discoveries ever caught on camera. This next video was uploaded to YouTube by Adriel and Nawin on October 2nd, 2011. According to the uploader, security cameras at their workplace captured something they couldn't explain. Adriel also claims the footage was later examined by experts in the field, but says no definitive explanation was ever reached. Let's take a look. The security footage shows the inside of an office late at night, long after everyone has gone home. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, what appears to be the figure of a young girl walks through the building. At one point, she even seems to glance directly toward the security camera before continuing on her way. Whether that's simply a coincidence or not, it's a detail that makes the footage feel all the more creepy. The uploader also mentions learning that the office building was constructed on the site of a former Victorian orphanage, a piece of history that has only fueled speculation about what the camera may have captured. Could there be a perfectly ordinary explanation for the mysterious figure? Absolutely. But with so little context available, it's difficult to say exactly what we're seeing. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly an unsettling clip. Reddit user AnonMouse2468 shared these unsettling security camera clips to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, hoping someone might be able to explain exactly what was captured. Take a look. Right at the beginning of the first clip, a dark figure can be seen moving across the room in what appears to be a crawling or hunched over position. A few moments later, it seems to make repeated movements against the wall before disappearing from view. The second clip appears to show another strange figure entering from the left side of the screen. It looks almost as though it's using a walking stick as it slowly makes its way toward the camera. What's particularly intriguing is that the room appears to be fully illuminated at the beginning of the clip, with no sign of anyone standing in that area. Then, after the lights go out for just a moment, the figure suddenly emerges from a part of the room where nothing could be seen only seconds earlier. According to the uploader, Both clips were recorded at his father's airsoft site. He says the timestamps on the cameras were incorrect, but that both videos were actually captured late at night. He also claims nobody was at the site when the first clip was recorded, and that there was no one else in the room during the second recording. Could there be a perfectly ordinary explanation for what these cameras captured? Perhaps, but based on the footage alone, it's difficult to explain exactly what we're seeing. What do you think was caught on these security cameras? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And that was 13 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
A woman named Jessica says that she has recently purchased a fun playhouse for her daughter that looks very similar to their own house, complete with its own motion-sensing doorbell camera.
For a house tour of Emma's playhouse. Emma, I'm going to show them the door, okay? She really wanted it to have a doorbell camera like our front door.
But since then, things around their house have gotten a little spooky. Jessica's daughter says that she sometimes sees a quote-unquote scary guy in their house.
What guy?
The guy.
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
Do you want to open the door or you want mommy to open it?
I want mommy to open it.
Okay.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah. He's scary.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
No.
Jessica's daughter claims that the scary guy is in her room, but Jess doesn't see anyone or anything. She just dismisses the whole incident as likely being her daughter's overactive imagination. But then, a few nights later, something happens that absolutely freaks Jessica out. Jess is sitting in her living room when she suddenly receives a motion alert. Not from her own doorbell camera, but from the one on her daughter's little playroom house. When Jessica checks the notification, what she sees is like something right out of a horror movie. Now a note on this clip. This is not a motion camera that pans around the room on its own motor. This camera is actually attached to the playhouse door. So this back and forth motion means that the playhouse door is actually opening and closing. But it gets even weirder, because the camera repeatedly catches a little playtime mannequin head in the corner of the playhouse, and its hair seems to be lifted up by some unseen force, and then just suddenly drops back down. After this, Jessica has had about enough. She says that she took down the little playhouse, but her daughter still sometimes says that she sees the quote-unquote scary guy back in their house. On March 6, 2015, Jennifer Grossbeck was driving home with her 18-month-old daughter Lily secured in her car seat in the back. While driving along a lonely road in Utah, Jennifer lost control of her SUV and crashed off the side of a bridge, flipping her car upside down into the freezing water of the Spanish Fork River. Most of the car was submerged in the icy water, and tragically, Jennifer Grossbeck passed away almost instantly. However, luckily the car was positioned in a way that Jennifer's 18-month-old baby Lily was not plunged into the freezing water. The baby was held in place in her car seat in the back. Many hours later, the car is spotted in the river, and emergency first responders arrive on the scene.
6018. Go ahead.
What have you got? What have you got?
But as the police and firemen approached the car, they heard something that they really can't explain.
We heard something saying, help us inside. And so it was at that point that we, said we have to get in that car now. And we all, the four of us, were able to push the car on its side. And that's when I looked inside and was able to see the child infant strapped in the back seat.
Anybody hear us? Hello? God, there's a baby. God. Oh, fuck. There's a baby.
Brian. Pass her up, pass her up. Pass her up. Here, right here, right here.
Go.
She's definitely hypothermic. She's freezing.
Throw up in there.
Here, go. Let's go.
So you actually heard a voice calling out, help me. Do you know who that was?
We assumed, or I assumed, that it was someone in the car saying, help me. That's why we responded saying, we're trying, we're gonna get inside and help you, we're doing the best we can.
We're helping, we're coming.
It wasn't until after we flipped it that we saw the mother, who we know now was deceased at the time, and the child was in the back seat.
Even stranger. Although all four of the early responders say that they heard the strange, unexplained voice of a woman pleading for help, the officers' body cameras did not pick up any voice at all.
Here, get over here, Beddoes. We're helping, we're coming.
To me, it was plain as day, because I remember hearing a voice. It didn't sound like a child. Just saying, help me.
Jennifer Grossbeck's family believes that it was the voice of Jennifer's spirit, calling out from the great beyond to try to urge the emergency workers to hurry to save her baby daughter, Lily.
She was just a very compassionate and caring person. She always wanted to bend over backwards for her loved ones. She loved Lily with all her heart. She was the love of her life.
The emergency team that was on the scene says that they simply can't explain what they heard.
We're helping, we're coming.
The Lambton House Seance. Paranormal enthusiast James White has a very spooky business. He professionally arranges and hosts seances in allegedly haunted and abandoned buildings in Toronto, Canada. James is hosting a seance at the historic Lambton House with a group of curious participants. The Lambton House is a former inn that was built in 1860, and it is said to be extremely haunted. Now James White and his group are about to witness something absolutely terrifying.
No, she's breaking my hand right now. It's the doctor's wife. Okay. So Norman coming into this room and trying to harm you? Is
a person? If so, give me a sign. Are they in this room? Is it a male? They hold him back. Keep his chair tipped backward. Why did your chair tip back? I did not move it. Oh. Something just pulled. Yeah. Keep your hands together. Keep your hands together. We grabbed him as soon as he fell back. Do not break. Okay, really? It did break when he fell though, because he went that far back. Okay, so did somebody actually pull your chair? Yeah, like he tipped backwards. Somebody pulled your chair? Yes.
While in the middle of a seance, one participant is forcefully yanked backwards out of his chair by an unseen force.
Is it a male?
The door behind me was open, and I had my partner sitting beside me, and we had the door was open behind us, and we thought we heard something back there, but nothing was there. So we turned, and I looked, and I saw nothing. So I turned my head back towards the group, like the circle, and we're all holding hands. And then all of a sudden, I just felt like this force just come and pull me back, and it was like aggressive. It wasn't like calm, it was aggressive, like it was trying to kill me or something. I don't even know. My feet were like flat on the ground. I wasn't moving. I was holding hands with the people beside me, and it just pulled me. And it like felt like someone was coming up behind me, like standing up behind me as I'm sitting in the chair, and like taking my shoulders and like pulling me towards the mirror. It was crazy.
Fellow participants and eyewitnesses from the seance took to Instagram to share their stories about the incident. One seance witness had this to say about the strange event. I sat across from him when this happened, and it was fantastic to see. Another witness says, I was there. Another epic seance with @JamesWhite Seance. So did James White capture evidence of an unknown entity aggressively grabbing an innocent visitor at the Lambton house? I leave it up to you to decide.
Is it a male?
A woman named Ray says that her family has experienced many strange things since they moved into their new home. Ray says that the house's basement is especially creepy. She says that even on warm days, the temperature down there is always freezing, and she says that she feels like something is watching her when she's down there. Even weirder, the family often hears strange, unexplained sounds coming from the basement. But things in their house get even weirder after Ray buys her son Andrew a creepy large Elmo balloon. You see, the balloon seems to move around the house with a mind of its own.
Babe, come here. It's the balloon. It's just like keeps going down to the basement.
Inexplicably, the balloon often just seems to head directly toward their basement door.
Literally stopped at the basement door again.
Weirdly, Ray says that the balloon will only enter the basement door if her son follows after it.
Andrew.
So the obvious thought here is, well, it's just a balloon caught in a draft and doing balloon stuff. But things get even weirder, because it seems the creepy Elmo balloon isn't content to only roam the downstairs. One night, the family dogs start going nuts, and Ray goes to investigate. What she finds chills her to her core.
Quiet.
Quiet. Quiet.
So now the obvious question is, why doesn't she just pop the balloon, throw it in the trash, and be done? But Ray says that her son is very attached to the balloon and refuses to let them take it away. So the creepy Elmo balloon stays. But Ray will soon seriously regret this decision. Did you see it? A strangely shaped forehead seems to be peeking around the top edge of the basement door. When slowed down, we can even see what looks like a bizarre set of dark eyes and the bridge of a nose. So is Ray's house haunted by an entity that is manipulating this Elmo balloon? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. Late one night in Mexico City, a concerned woman calls the local police saying that she hears strange, unexplained noises coming from her son's apartment just above her. The problem is, her son is out of town and the apartment should be empty. The police quickly arrive on the scene, but they don't find anyone inside. No robber, no trespasser. However, the officers do hear strange noises like banging and the low murmur of voices. They are concerned that someone might be hiding inside the residence. So, the officers radio headquarters and ask that a nearby public CCTV camera be focused on the windows of the upstairs apartment. What the camera captures is downright chilling.
¿Despacho? Gracias, Julio 4246, mucho designado para Tepepa. Se va a realizar conferencia con de mando ya que las pruebas de ejecución de...
The CCTV camera captures the ghostly figures of 3 children looking out the window as the police leave. The apartment building's longtime security guard claims that every 10 years this same strange phenomenon happens, and no one knows how or why. He says that no children have ever lived in that apartment, so he has no idea who or what this might be. To this day, the footage remains a mystery. Gimme shelter. YouTuber Tyson Pierce has a channel dedicated to travel, the outdoors, and basic survival in nature. But on one fateful day, all of his training is put to the ultimate test when something happens that is absolutely terrifying. Tyson is out in the middle of nowhere in Hawkesbury, Ontario, Canada, building what he calls a Viking turf house survival hut. Tagging along with him to help are his younger brother and his friend. The guys are about halfway through building the Viking hut when suddenly an urgent weather warning comes through on Tyson's phone.
Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Mobile coverage area, take cover immediately if threatening.
But he and the boys are in the middle of nowhere with no time to get out of there. Now, before I show this in accordance with YouTube rules, let me note that absolutely no one was hurt in this video. But this frightening scene is what happened as the storm rolled in.
Oh, leaf.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Holy sh**.
I'm going.
Oh, je pense qu'il y a une tornade.
Non, oui, va.
On peut pas se sauver ici, d'être là. Check.
Ouais, c'est sauvé.
Check.
Qu'est-ce que t'en fais?
Elle s'en vient, reste en dedans.
Non, non, non.
En dedans, en dedans. Non, on peut pas, il est trop tard. En dedans. Reste en dessous. Tornado. Tornado. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Stay. 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 Stay low.
Is it leaving?
No. Stay. 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 Oh, buddy. Stay. 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 This small ball. In this small ball. In this small ball. Stay low. No. No. We're good. We're good. We're good.
No, we're dying. We're dying. We're dying.
No. Stay. Stay. Bro.
Oh my god. Tice.
Stay,
Miguel.
Stay.
We're gonna win.
Holy f***.
No, please, don't make me.
C'est good, on est good.
On est good? It's sir. 100% sir.
Please, God, please.
God, s'il vous plaît. Oh my god, no.
Please, no. Stay low. No. Stay.
No.
Holy f***.
Tyson, please.
Stay. Please, God, please.
God, please. Sorry. I'm like so blessed.
C'est good, on est good.
On est good. On est
correct. On est correct, guys. On est good. S'il vous plaît.
Now again, let me repeat that in accordance with YouTube rules, none of these guys were hurt. Because of the amazing stability of Tyson's shelter, everyone survived and made it out without a scrape. Tyson returns a few days after the storm to check out his shelter and the surrounding woods.
That's my cabin. 2 trees. Tomb. That's my cabin right there. That is insane. Oh, that's snap though. Snap. I need to clear the trees. That's snap there as well.
The trees around the shelter have been uprooted and blown to the ground, but the shelter is still there. The guys are even able to find their bikes buried under one of the downed trees.
Oh, yes. Oh my god, no way.
Bro.
Our bikes are good. Wow.
Good spot.
My bike.
Our bikes are good.
So Tyson's amazing nature shelter actually saved their lives. He considers it a blessing that they were all able to escape without injury.
Thank you.
It's cold outside, but you can keep warm in some all-new Nukes Top 5 merch. Now, of course, we have t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs, but we also have blankets, pillows, and long sleeves. We've even got stockings and wrapping paper. Anyway, shipping is free and be sure to order by December 10th to get delivery before Christmas. Go to nukestop5.com to shop now. Or, like whenever you feel like it. Maybe after the video. A grave situation. A young woman named Britt lives on a large horse ranch in the mountains. She says that lately, things around the ranch have gotten a little strange. Well, actually, they've gotten a lot strange. It all starts one day when Britt's dog Josie just completely freaks out.
So, I'm recording this just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it. And by the way, a freaking cemetery in my front yard. I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. She's up in that room upstairs. You can really hear her barking from here. Josie. Yeah, she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled, and when she growled, I kind of like booked it, but I don't really know, like, that's usually like her stance while she's waiting for me to come home, and I'm just like, is she waiting for someone to walk out of that closet? Like, I just don't really know what she's staring at. Because again, like, this is usually how she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like, what? What is it? What is it?
The dog starts ferociously barking at the upstairs bedroom closet for absolutely no reason. But little Josie's strange behavior doesn't stop there. As Britt mentioned, she has a private cemetery in front of her house where some of her family members and also several of their deceased pets are all buried together. Recently, the dog Josie has just started staring at the small graveyard.
Josie. Josie, what's going on?
The horses on the ranch often just stare toward the small cemetery as well.
Well, that's not creepy. Seriously, what are you two looking at? What is it?
But now, weirdest of all, Britt says that lately the neighbors' cows have started to wander over to her property, and they also just weirdly stand around the small graveyard.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They literally just come and hang out here all the time now. It's a newer development. Like, why? They just kind of come and really freeze around this area. And they just kind of will freeze and won't move. So, yeah. What's up?
Britt is confused and a little creeped out by all of the animals' strange behavior, but things are about to take an even more terrifying turn. One night, Britt orders some food from Uber Eats. The driver is a bit disturbed by the gathered cows at the graveyard, but he completes his delivery. And then things just get weird.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
This location is outside. No here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. No problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
You a cow?
I'm scared. There's a cow.
They're actually not mine. I don't know. It wasn't showing up.
No, yeah.
No.
Oh.
They come hang out around here every night. Yeah. What would you do if this happened in your house?
Cute. Oh my god. Hi.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every freaking night, like even at night, they even come and hang out here, and they just like stand and like. Are you for real right now?
Something sets off the alarm inside Britt's house, and as she carefully walks back inside, some unseen force seems to actually grab and pull her shirt. She drops her food in terror and runs back out. Britt says that she was too afraid to return to the house. She spent the rest of the night in the family RV that was parked outside. Off the wall. Now this next clip is over 12 years old and was filmed with someone's phone pointed at a CCTV screen. So obviously it's complete potato quality, but the clip was so strange that I just had to include it in the list. Now this video was filmed in the Ciudadela Plaza in Guadalajara, Mexico. Through the years, many workers and shoppers at the plaza claim to have experienced strange, unexplained events. Workers say that they often hear a child running and playing in the dead of night, and many shoppers claim to have seen a little boy who then vanished right before their eyes. So late one night, after closing, security guards at the plaza spot a lone little boy running through the back hallways, all alone. Some plaza workers are reviewing the footage, and they are shocked by what they see.
Ve que aquí se mete en la pared. No. Fíjate. Subió el pie.
The little boy seems to disappear right through a closed and locked door in one of the hallways, perhaps even right through the actual wall. A security guard is dispatched to go find the little boy, and things get even creepier.
¿Te fijas? No, ahí se va a meter, espérate. Mira, está. Que hasta mañana a las 7. Ay, no mames. No, ¿y sabes qué? De esa manera.
The security guard unlocks the door and goes in, but finds no one inside the locked room. But the plaza workers watch in disbelief as the little boy's head appears again right beside the guard, and he seems to be peeking right out of the actual wall above the man's head. So could this be the little boy ghost that plaza shoppers claim to see? Let me know what you think. Intruders. A young woman named Jeanette moves into a new apartment, but not long after, as she is recording herself practicing a new dance routine, something happens that is truly terrifying.
Can I help you?
Remember? We're friends.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember. Please get out. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
Luckily, Jeanette escapes unharmed. She calls the police and they check her apartment, but the intruder is no longer there. Jeanette says that the man was never caught. But it gets even weirder, because after Jeanette uploaded the video of her frightening experience, observant viewers notice something very strange. As Jeanette is fleeing her apartment, something seems to open the door right in front of her, as if clearing her path so that she can get away.
Please get out of my apartment. Please go out of my apartment.
Jeanette says that she has no idea how this could have happened.
I don't know. I'm just as confused as you guys are. I have no idea what happened. This door is not the easiest to open, and this is why I think it's like a divine thing, or like, I don't know, a ghost, or I don't. Yeah. It's not easy. So it's not like just like the wind pushed it or anything. I think someone actually, or something, I don't know.
So now let's cut ahead to a few days later. Jeanette and her friend are unboxing some of her belongings as she continues to move into her new apartment. But her friend sees something that gives her the chills.
What? I saw a man in your bedroom.
You saw a man in my bedroom?
He was right there between the green table and the bed, against the wall like this.
No.
Jeanette's friend says that she saw a man just standing in the bedroom. But now, the man is gone. A few days later, and again Jeanette hears some strange noises from somewhere in her apartment. What happens next is pure nightmare fuel. Jeanette considers running out the front door, but instead she rushes into her nearby bedroom and grabs her pepper spray. But as she turns around, her blood runs cold as she sees something slowly make a deep imprint on her mattress, almost as if some spirit actually sits down on her bed. As she runs out of the room in fear, she turns, and the imprint on the bed is gone. Jeanette says that she is now terrified of the weird things going on in her new apartment. She says that friends have been staying with her until she can decide just what to do. Witchboard. A woman is doing a solo investigation of a haunted house and is using a Ouija board to contact a spirit named Brenda that she believes inhabits the home. But as she conducts her Ouija board session, she begins to suspect that she might be in contact with something much more sinister.
Am I dealing, or am I speaking with the devil right now through this Ouija board? It is not Brenda. You've just said it's Brenda. It's not Brenda, is it? Oh my God. I'm trying to take deep breaths. Who am I communicating? I'm losing my. Who am I communicating with through this board? My nose is bleeding right now. Oh my god. The demon it's trying to say. I know I've got no tissue, but my nose is bleeding right now. The board is moving. Oh my god, right, that's it. I'm done. I'm off. I'm sorry, guys.
She hears a strange sound from the floor above her and her nose starts to bleed. But still, she decides to continue her session. Suddenly, the Ouija board flies off the table and finally, she decides that she has had about enough. And she just gets out of there. The White Lichen Bothy. If you hike an hour into the remote countryside of Scotland, you can find the old 18th century White Lichen Bothy, a mountain cabin that's free to use for travelers. The creepy old cabin has no electricity, no running water, and perhaps most disturbing of all, there are no locks on any of the doors. Over the years, hundreds of travelers have visited the White Lichen Bothy, and many of these visitors claim to have had strange, unexplained experiences while staying there. A few outdoor and travel YouTube channels have visited the White Lichen Bothy as well, and most have experienced at least something a little weird while staying there.
I'm really quite scared of it staying here, to be honest. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it really will be fine.
Again, let me stress that all of the following videos were recorded by travel and outdoor channels. None of these people are ghost hunters, and in fact, every one of these YouTubers say they don't even believe in ghosts at all.
Should something move outside?
But they also can't explain what they experienced at the White Lichen Bothy.
Today, I'm going to be staying in a bothy in Scotland for the first ever time.
First up, seasoned solo traveler Ruth Asling spent a night in the old Scottish cabin, and she found it a bit unnerving.
So, I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit anxious, because I've stayed in a camper van so many times in different countries. I feel like here is just so remote, and to get away, you have to hike over 1 hour to get back to the camper van. So maybe that's why. And also there's no locks. So on my camper van, I always lock the doors. Maybe that's also why. I don't know. Oh God. I'm hearing some strange noises. I don't know if it's maybe a mouse or it's the chimney. It feels really weird without curtains because I feel like someone could be standing outside and looking in the window. I don't know, I feel really scared. I don't know why. I just feel really nervous.
Ruth stays the full night at the cabin, but she doesn't exactly get a restful sleep.
Last night I was a bit scared. There were some strange noises and I had some earplugs with me, so I put them in to block out the strange noises. God, I'm still hearing weird noises.
Throughout the night, while completely alone, Ruth keeps hearing bizarre noises that creep her out. And oddly, she decides to just ignore the strange sounds and put in earplugs, which kinda seems like a bad idea when you're staying all alone in a cabin in the middle of nowhere and there are no locks on the doors. But to each their own.
Bye bye, Bothy.
Next up, a camper that goes by the name Happy Hippie, who says that he does not believe in ghosts or the paranormal, has a similar creepy experience.
I've set up my bed for the night. I'm gonna get the fire on when it gets darker. This will probably be me for most of the night now. I just get my music on, enjoy this beautiful fire, then get back outside tomorrow in my hammock. I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use. Maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just people with me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family. It was just a dad and his daughter and son. Oh well, we'll see. It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there. So I don't know what's going on, but Heard of any haunted bobbies or anything? I've never had weird shit. Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do like this. This is going to be a fun night. They're walking around into the room and then I go in there and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Cameraman never dies, right?
The happy hippie spends the night in the cabin, but the next day he still can't explain just what happened.
Good morning. Had a bit of an experience last night. Couldn't really explain what was happening next door with the noises, but I'm not really a believer in ghosts myself. It was a bit creepy, but I'm more of an alien guy. But if you are into ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, these are not the videos for you, because this is not what I do. This is not what I'm about. I'm just a happy hippie, hiking, living in nature, loving the world. I never have anything like this happen to me, so
now this next video is by far the creepiest footage ever recorded in the White Lagoon Bothy.
We're at a place called White Lagoon Bothy.
It was shot by Ben and Martin from the YouTube channels Adventure Outdoors and What's Not to Hike.
So we're in the Bothy. There's nobody else here.
The two men traveled to the White Lagoon Bothy together, and they experienced something that is truly terrifying.
Found the Bothy book. You put my glasses on now, because blind as a bat. So this is popular, quite a popular Bothy by the looks of it. Someone actually stayed last night. It was nice and tidy when we came in. So plaudits to whoever stayed here last night. Well done. Absolutely spotless. Whoa. Hold on a minute. Whoa. I'm out. I'm out of here. No.
It's getting late when a door suddenly slams shut all on its own.
That was totally weird. The door just started to move on its own. And then it just pretty much slammed shut. I mean, Marty's out there,
I don't really want to come back in.
He's in bits. That was just the weirdest thing, wasn't it?
Now the two friends are both skeptics, but they are still a little unnerved by what just happened.
But that was terrifying. And I don't even swear, I'm swearing, but I don't. But that was genuinely terrifying. I shot myself. When it slammed, I just wanted out of here. There's something really, because I say it doesn't feel creepy. It doesn't feel like you're in the presence or anything. As I say, we don't really believe that stuff. There might be, stuff we can't explain, whatever, but we just don't believe in the whole ghosty, spooks in the night kind of thing. Just don't. But that was genuinely terrifying, and I'm going to keep that door, I'm keeping it closed.
Little do they know that things are about to get even weirder.
Well, folks, it's probably about 10 minutes after our ordeal with the spooky door closing over there, and we're trying to rationalise it. I mean, I don't particularly believe in ghosts, and neither does Martin. So we're kind of thinking that it might have been just like the backdraft of the wind. I mean, there's a storm going on outside, so
yeah. But I still don't believe it was the wind, but it's the only when the wind's blowing that strong outside, and there's no, it's the only rational explanation, even though I'm not even looking at that. No, I'm not looking at it. It's moving, right? I'm honest, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
This can't be right.
I don't. I'm not. It's black in here as well. I can't see a thing.
So there's a chair over there, and it just started to move, which is
no way. I'm not even. No.
This is bonkers.
I'm not having any part of this.
That is moving.
Jesus Christ.
It is moving. That chair is moving.
Just leave it.
Oh Christ! Oh, well, I'm gonna drink some more wine, I think. Christ.
No, that's poltergeist shit, Paul. That's poltergeist stuff. That's not ghosty. That's like evil spirit stuff.
Chair sitting in the corner of the room inexplicably starts to slide across the floor on its own. And these two diehard skeptics suddenly begin to wonder if they might be dealing with some sort of paranormal entity. But now a little nervous, they finish out their night stay in the other room and head out the next day. Now I want to point out again that the White Lagan Bothy has never been investigated by any ghost hunting team or ghost hunting YouTube channel. All of the footage shown here today was captured by outdoor explorers and campers that have never posted any video related to the paranormal before these clips. So is the White Lagan Bothy haunted? And would you dare to spend a night there? Let me know. A guide to the other side. A young woman named Diana posted a very disturbing video to Instagram. In the video, Diana and her brother are watching as the police arrive at a trailer at the edge of their property. The police are showing up for a wellness check after the sad, lonely man who rents the trailer has not been seen for weeks. It turns out that the man had unfortunately passed away inside the trailer. This is the footage.
Right there. Wait, they're going up to Tom's place. So wait, you said the light wasn't off?
Yeah, exactly. And I knew that something was going on. That's a lot of cops.
Holy shit, the hell? Oh my god, they're calling.
They're coming in.
Are they calling something in? They're going back over. What was Tom doing?
Is there like an app you can check or something to figure out?
Oh my Jesus. Abby's okay.
Did you see it? The small shadow of a child can be seen lurking outside the trailer, seemingly lost and abandoned. But the police don't even notice, walking right by as if they can't even see the child. And then suddenly the small child's shadow just disappears. Watch again. The figure disappears into thin air right in front of the police, but they don't seem to see anyone. Viewers of the video pointed out that there was another odd apparition in this video, something that looks like the shadowy figure of a man standing in the trailer window. So a few days later, Diana and her father go to check out the trailer, and things get really weird.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. What was that? Oh, fuck. Jeez. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait, did this guy have a kid? What is this?
Yeah, his kid died too, like, I don't know, before, a long time ago.
So first, Diana is terrified when a dead crow falls out of one of the cabinets, which seems odd as the man has only been deceased and out of the trailer for a few days. So how did the bird get there? But next, Diana sees a child's paintings on the refrigerator. Her dad tells her that the man had a horrible tragedy where his young daughter passed away many years ago at a very young age. But the man kept her drawings and mourned her for the rest of his life, descending into sorrow and alcoholism. So, is this childlike shadow figure the man's daughter coming back to meet him as he passes to the other side? What do you think? Hunter or hunted? Nick and Ted from the YouTube channel The Hunting Public are out bow hunting on public lands in the remote wilderness of Missouri. Suddenly they hear something that sends chills down their spines. Now, let me say before I show you these clips, in accordance with YouTube guidelines, no one is shown being hurt in the following video. There's absolutely no evidence that any crime was committed in this video or that anyone was injured in any way. Alright, so, while Nick and Ted are hunting, they hear a gunshot, followed by some insane screaming. They immediately grab their camera and start recording. Now, Nick and Ted are in such a remote area of the Missouri woods that they have no cell service to call the authorities. So, all they can do is listen. Again, Nick tries to call someone to report the incident, but they still can't find a spot in the woods with cell service.
We ain't got any service in here, so can't call the police and tell them to go over there and see what the heck's going on, but sound like something off a dang horror movie over there. I mean, there's just like a guy that's absolutely losing his mind over there.
At this point, Nick and Ted are totally freaked out. They just head back to their truck so that they can get out of there and call the police.
I've heard some stuff that I feel needs to be reported to the police department. Okay. I was hunting, me and a buddy were hunting, and at about 6:45, we heard gunshots, which is not uncommon, but then for 30 minutes straight or so, there was lots of screaming and just people, obscenities, and it sounded like something really bad was going on over there, and there was 20 or more gunshots ended up happening. I have pins dropped on a map about how far we were from where we think this was occurring. We didn't know what to do and we had no service, so we're trying to report and see if anything had been reported about there.
Days later, Nick and Ted provide an update on what happened after their terrifying encounter in the woods.
So after that hunt, you can see we alerted proper authorities, and the days following that event, I had some contact with the state game warden, and They told me that they found nothing on this situation, and they went in there, and there was nothing to be found.
Even though Nick and Ted reported the disturbing incident and even provided GPS coordinates to local authorities, nothing was found at the site. There's absolutely no evidence that any kind of horrible event ever took place there.
It freaked us out, and we really got unsettled by it, and we weren't scared that someone wasn't coming after us, but we had heard something that it could have been. Your mind goes to think about what could that be, and I immediately go to worst case scenario.
So did Nick and Ted just hear someone having a random temper tantrum or a breakdown? Was it just someone freaking out and maybe just shooting guns at a tree stump? Or was it something much more disturbing? You decide. For the full-length version of this video, be sure to check out the channel, The Hunting Public. Sensing something bad. A guy named Nick takes care of his elderly grandmother who has dementia. One night while his grandmother is having an episode, weird things start to happen around their house. Nick's grandmother's dog starts to growl toward the kitchen for no reason. Then the roaming Roomba seems to randomly start and stop, as if it's sensing something right in front of it. But there's nothing there. And finally, something falls from the top of the fridge. Now, as for the randomly stopping Roomba, Nick later shows that the little Roomba is functioning normally, and usually only does this when it is about to collide with something, like a person standing in front of it.
Can you try to step in front of that? And so it just does that. Move away. So that comment says that the Roomba doesn't do that unless someone's in front of it.
And so in the video, we also see something fall. Well, Nick also explains this, and it's a little creepy.
One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. You see how far back they are. Genuinely. I mean, the significance of an angel falling and not legitimately anything else she has.
Nick says that now both of his grandmother's dogs have become absolutely petrified of the kitchen. He says that both dogs sit and stare at the kitchen every night and often just refuse to enter that room.
I was watching my show and there's nothing there.
But then things get even creepier. Because one night, the Roomba at Nick's grandmother's house again just starts to act very strange.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yo.
Oh, that's cool.
Jesus!
Now, the Roomba following Nick around and crashing down the stairs is odd enough, because, well, they're just not supposed to do that. But the Roomba flipping over on its own has absolutely no explanation. Nick says that his grandmother found the Roomba in the living room and placed it back in the kitchen. He says that since this, the Roomba has just not moved again, despite having a full charge. But he does say that his grandma's 2 dogs are still scared of the device and often just stare at it. Night call. Late one night in Pueblo, Colorado, an emergency call comes into the 911 dispatch center. But whoever made the call hangs up almost immediately. The 911 operators trace the call and find that it came from Imperial Memorial Gardens. Well, the weird thing is, Imperial Memorial Gardens is a funeral home, surrounded by an 80-year-old cemetery. And it's 3:30 in the morning, so no one should be there. Now, as standard procedure, the 911 emergency operators call the funeral home back to make sure everything is okay. And someone answers the phone. This is what the 911 operators hear.
911, this is Erica. How can I help you? Hello? Hello? Hello?
There's a lot of static and a quiet male voice seems to say something a few times, but then the call just goes silent. Again, as part of standard procedure, the emergency operators send the police to check out the old funeral home. But when the officers arrive, they find the funeral home locked up and all the lights are off. No one's there. Now, I tried to clean up the call audio as much as possible, but there's just not much there.
Hello? Hello?
So, just who made this call? And what do you think they might be saying? A short stay. A guy named Brendan has a YouTube channel where he camps in his van in some strange and sometimes very dangerous locations across the UK. In this video, Brendan decided to camp overnight in the coastal village of Jaywick in Essex, England. Now, amongst other things, Jaywick is known as one of Britain's poorest towns and has a very high crime rate. In other words, it's not really the best place to be camping overnight in a van. But that doesn't stop Brendan.
A little town in England called Jaywick, coined as one of the most deprived towns in the UK. And I thought, as soon as I'm in the area, I just had to go and see it.
Brendan searches around and eventually finds a place to set up camp that is just outside of town and kind of in the middle of nowhere.
This'll do me. I'm alone, but I mean, there's no other houses around me, so it's not as if I'm alone in a housing estate.
Brendan sets up his bed in the van and lies down for a night's sleep. But around 2:30 in the morning, things take a terrifying turn.
I think someone's outside the van. That's two. Someone just tried the door. Hey! Right, whoever the that was has now gone. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh my god. Oh, fuck's sake. Where's my phone?
Someone with a flashlight skulks around outside Brendan's van, trying the door handles, before smashing the window to get inside. Hey! Luckily, Brendan yells and sends the intruder running. He then hops in the driver's seat and just gets out of there. Brendan makes it out safe, but obviously is very shaken up by the whole ordeal. He decides to not only leave the town of Jaywick, but to drive all night, 3.5 hours, all the way back to his home.
I just, quite frankly, just wanted to go home. I was really, I wasn't in a good mind space. After cleaning a little bit of broken glass from my driver's seat and the dashboard, you'd be surprised how far glass goes when it smashes. I've been finding little bits everywhere, but the van was in no fit state to continue camping in, and nor was my headspace, should we say. So I made the long journey back home. I think it was a good 3.5 hour drive back to my house in Shrewsbury. Got there just before sunrise. Not a pleasant drive, to say the least.
Despite this frightening encounter, Brendan still goes camping in his van and posts his adventures over on his YouTube channel, Brendan Explores. Next stop, nowhere. 3 friends are on a summer trip to Spain, staying in a large high-rise hotel. One night they hop on the elevator to head down to the lobby, but that's when things start to go very wrong.
Yo, so this elevator is acting mad weird. We started a few floors up, and
Fast forward to 45 minutes later, and the guys are still stuck in the elevator as the lights flicker and the temperature begins to rise from the summer heat.
Alright, so the power is out. The backup, yeah, there you go. The backup generator's been coming on and off. We've been having the time of our lives. And yeah, we're like cooking alive.
Now, luckily, the hotel does have a backup generator, but unluckily, the generator seems to be malfunctioning. And here is where things start to get a bit weird, because for some unknown reason, the elevator takes them to the hotel's 16th floor, which is currently abandoned and under construction.
Oh, no, look, it worked. No. What? Alright, so it's been doing this for a minute. And there's nothing out there. No, that did something.
No. Dude, I don't know.
What is going on?
Are we too heavy? Is there someone there? What the?
The doors shut again, trapping them inside. But a little bit later, and finally there's a silver lining, as the elevator power seems to come back on.
We're moving.
Fine.
Where are we going?
Oh, wait.
This is the stop. No. No.
That's the same one as before.
No.
All right.
The power comes back on and the elevator starts to move, but inexplicably it somehow just ends up back on the creepy abandoned 16th floor. At this point, the friends debate just stepping out and trying to find the stairs, but with the floor completely blacked out and under construction, they decide it's safer to just stay put. And now, over an hour has passed, and the guys are starting to get a bit stir-crazy in the hot, cramped elevator.
There you go. I got you.
Oh. Oh, he's cooking something.
What are you doing?
Yep. Yep.
I gotta pee.
Oh, you gotta pee.
It's making my bladder. I gotta pee.
You gotta pee.
I feel like a rapper. Go. I gotta pee.
Oh, yeah.
I'm holding my bladder.
Yep.
I gotta pee. I don't know what else is going on. I gotta pee. It's making me mad. Go on like so. I gotta pee. I'm angry like Bowser.
Guys, this is probably the worst thing anyone's ever.
Now, shortly after this clip, power was fully restored and the guys finally made it down to the hotel lobby. They upload videos of their harrowing adventure on the elevator, but their viewers spot something truly chilling. Again, did you see it? As the guys are goofing around while stuck on the creepy 16th floor, something black seems to appear behind them and rise up from the floor. So just why did the elevator keep dragging them back to that closed-off 16th floor? And why was it shut down in the first place? But most importantly, what is this? Let me know what you think. St. Andrew's Church. Stealth camper Chris from the YouTube channel Blot Outdoor Show sets out with his friend Mick on an overnight adventure to the abandoned St. Andrew's Church in Consett, England. The church was built in 1769, and it's been abandoned for nearly 50 years.
We're going to do a stealth camp right next to this old, spooky, abandoned church. It's been abandoned since like the 1970s.
Now, it should be mentioned that Chris is not a ghost hunter, nor has he ever uploaded any videos related to the paranormal. In fact, he says he's a skeptic and doesn't really get spooked by that sort of thing.
I mean, I'm very skeptical and that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to try and condingo, use mandingos, if you know what I'm talking about.
Now, to make this even creepier, the church is surrounded by an old graveyard. So Chris and Mick set up their tent amongst the graves and, relax. Soon it gets dark, and then the two guys decide to take a peek inside the old church.
There we go, folks. Yeah. Well, like I say, I'm not scared, and I'm not one of these people that get to shiver up the spine or things like this. To me, it's not spooky, but we'll still have a look around. Like I say, guys, it's been abandoned since the 1970s. Obviously, they must leave the door open now and again. I'm out of here. Sorry, guys. What the was that? Oh, I think Mick's filled his pants. I get skin in my didders only be done these. I think Mick's got a lug of a jugger in his only pedandies.
I've got a hole in them, like hole. Nice big hole.
That's the fastest I've ever seen you run.
The two friends hear a loud bang that spooks them enough that they need a refreshing cold beverage in the graveyard. But after a bit of cold beverages, Chris is able to convince his friend Mick to go back inside the old creepy church once more. It did not go well.
He's not happy about it, but I've convinced Mick to have one more look inside this so-called haunted church. Go on then, Schmick.
You ain't got course then.
Well then. Oh well, I'll go on first. Right, Mick, you follow me. I think the first time we came in, I think we just let our imaginations run away with ourselves, which is easy when you're in the pitch black and you're having a few. Just leave that door open, Mick. I mean, I can see why people come here, Mick, and do the old spooky, ghostly tours and look for the paranormal readings and stuff like that. It's not my kind of thing. My kind of thing is sitting in a tent and getting mangled, spangled, and totally grim crankled. But each to their own, wherever your hobby is. Let's have a look over here, Schmick. Oh, here we go. We've got a photograph of young Chris here. Oh, sorry guys. It's not young Chris. Apologies. It's Jesus Christ. Howard and Son.
Milky buttons there.
Yeah, milky buttons. What? What the What? Mix away. Ooh, shut that door. What? Right, guys. Oh, I'm not one of these ones. I get scared for like that. But that's twice we've been in there, and twice I've heard a bad noise. I think Mick's dropped his guts. I think he's filled his pants. It's alright, Mick. I've got some baby wipes in my bag.
Definitely.
That was proper dodgy, that like.
Another loud bang echoes through the church, and the two campers have had about enough. They spend the night outside in their tent and don't go back into the church for the rest of the night.
Good night, guys.
But did you see it? Chris and Mick are completely unaware of the dark, shadow-like figure peering out at them from behind a doorway. That is, until their loyal viewers pointed out to them in the video comment section. Now again, Chris and Mick are not ghost hunters, nor are they interested in ever making videos about the paranormal. So just who or what is this? You can watch this entire stealth camping adventure over on the YouTube channel, Blot Outdoors Show.
Hiya!
Hiya.
Hi, Monday goes.
You alright?
Alright.
Yeah.
Cop out. Brothers Jake and Noah Bruce are investigating the old abandoned Liberty High School in the small town of Ohio City, Ohio. The giant 4-story school was built in 1914 and is said to be haunted by multiple ghosts. Visitors claim to have seen several spirits, including the misty apparition of a young girl, a woman in white who roams the school hallways, and even the sinister, angry spirit of a man who took his own life right behind the school. So Jake and Noah find bits of paranormal evidence here and there, strange noises and weird voices on their spirit box.
Dude.
That was bomb, 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 bomb. That was running. That was running.
Dude. Dude.
Disappeared. So guys, we are going to... Has this been on? What was that?
What the actual was that?
They don't find much evidence of paranormal activity. But later, as the two brothers split up and Jake goes to do an EVP session in the school's basement, something happens that is absolutely terrifying. But it's not what Jake expects. Not at all.
Export, please change for gun. Say less to where you said. Holiday, rewind, so, right away.
Jake! Oh my God, Jake!
Was that inside?
Yeah.
Shh. Get down here now. Now get down here, dude.
No, you come with me, bro. That was on my level.
Call the cops on my phone now. Call the cops. Call the cops.
Call the fucking cops. Just get down. Turn the lights off.
As Jake is doing his investigation, real gunshots ring out from somewhere in or around the abandoned school.
That was gunshots. That was gunshots. Shh. Just sit down. Turn the light off. I'm at the old Liberty High School. There's shots fired. Please come here quick.
Okay, stand like me. Are you guys in a safe spot right now, hiding?
Kind of, but not really. No, we just heard the gunshots right outside and I ran up here and then we hear them entering. Or it sounds like it.
Okay, where does it sound like the shots came from?
Outside by on the north side.
Eventually, the local sheriff's department arrives on the scene to investigate.
Put your hands up. Boy, stick it.
Thank you all.
Yep.
We go over here.
You guys armed at all?
No, we have nothing.
Are you the callers?
Yes, yeah, we are.
So what happened?
Well, we're in
back here.
We're in here filming a ghost video of all things, and I was kind of standing down here in the cellar, and it sounded like it had to have been like in this parking lot, just like 7 shots. So I ran up to him where he was up in the gymnasium, and we just heard like rattling on the door, and that's when we were like, yeah, we should probably call.
But now, this is when things get really weird. So Jake and Noah are outside, but their static cameras are still in the school and are still filming as the policemen head inside. The officers don't find any armed gunmen, but they do find, something.
Sheriff's Office, security here, make yourself known.
I heard something, and then I literally saw something. I saw it.
There's nobody in there, but there's something in there.
Are you serious? For real?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what?
Let me just.
For real?
So right there on the second floor.
Yes.
We were looking this way. I heard pitter patter, like that, along that. What would that be? The east wall.
Yeah.
And then he hears it at the end of the hallway, and as I'm taking my light down, I see something go like dart across.
Are you guys dead ass?
Swear.
You have
And then
body
we were
cam?
like, no. But we were talking about you guys. We were like, let's just black out for a second. So we went completely black in there, and all of a sudden we heard movement behind us, and we just ran.
For real?
Because there's nobody in there.
Okay. Dude.
I've never seen anything like that before. No. That's actually scared me.
Good luck. Damn. All right, well. Great.
So if you guys need anything else or hear anything else,
Yeah.
preferably if it's a human being, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we appreciate you guys checking. Thank you guys so much.
So, while Jake and Noah didn't seem to find any ghosts in the old abandoned Liberty High School, apparently the Ohio City Sheriff's Department did see something.
There's nobody in there, but there's something in there.
Something that they just can't explain.
Dude, what the is happening? The cops saw a ghost. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, we're gonna get out of here as fast as we can. When in the history of paranormal have you seen cops on camera run out of a damn building and say good luck and leave? Yeah.
The Last Passenger. Japanese explorer Kei from YouTube's Chicken Ball channel travels to the old coal mining village of Yubari, hidden away in the remote countryside of Japan. Back in 1985, a disastrous gas explosion in the local mine tragically claimed the lives of 62 people. Today, the village is nearly deserted. To preserve the city's history, the local government built a museum and preserved the old railway station, along with passenger trains, wedge plows, and coal cars. The old train is said to be extremely haunted by victims of the tragic coal mine explosion. Now it's already getting late when Explorer K arrives at the old preserved train station. His goal is to investigate whether any spirits of the deceased are left wandering the trains.
でこれ駅ですね。当時のこれが駅でホームだったんですね。あ、開いてる。本当に開いてますね。あ、古い車両となってますが、これ扉閉めますね。
Kay sets up his cameras and sits in silence as he listens for anything out of the ordinary. That's when things take a creepy turn.
何この音。歩く音。
The explorer hears bizarre sounds coming from the train car as something seems to get closer and closer. Freaked out by the creepy activity, Kay eventually decides to just go home. But when he uploads his footage to YouTube, he realizes that he caught something on camera that he didn't even realize. His eagle-eyed viewers spot something downright chilling.
戻って定点カメラだけ一応ね検証という形でやってみようと思います。じゃあ定点カメラの方で検証しますが、まあそういうスポットではないということで何かが映るようなものはないのではないかと思います。なんか音するな。いや定点をセットしたいと思います。
Did you see it? As Kay walks through the train car, someone can be seen seated on the right side. But when the explorer hears a sound and turns around, there's no one there. Watching the footage back, there was also no one there when he first walked through the train. Kay is completely alone. So, just who or what is this? You can...
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. New Zealand is often regarded as one of the most beautiful and peaceful places in the world. But even a setting like that isn't necessarily immune to strange and unexplained moments. This video posted to YouTube by a user known as GreyDoningList59 shows security camera footage from inside a warehouse in Richmond, New Zealand. At first, everything looks completely normal. A shopping cart sits motionless in the middle of an empty aisle. No one is around. Nothing seems out of place, and then this happens. Without warning, the cart suddenly begins to move on its own. It doesn't slowly roll either, it shifts with noticeable force, as if something gave it a push. There's no one nearby, and from what can be seen, there aren't any visible strings or obvious tricks involved. The cart just moves. Moments like this are often associated with poltergeist activity, unseen forces interacting with everyday objects in subtle but undeniable ways. It's also possible something more ordinary is at play. Airflow from ventilation systems or sudden draft inside the warehouse could have been enough to set the cart in motion, especially if the floor is slightly uneven. But let me know what you guys think. On February 16th, 2016, a YouTuber known as Pasty Pickle uploaded a video explaining that he was trying to capture something on camera that had been bothering him for a while. According to him, the strange occurrence was first noticed by a friend just a few weeks after moving into the house. Since then, he had been trying to catch it on video, but hadn't had any luck until now.
This window is where it happens. When you look outside, there will be times when you'll see like a figure in the room, and there'll be no one in here. And I'm gonna try and demonstrate that today. It may not work. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's see, there's no one in here, just in case it does work. No one in the closet. No one. I hope we're gonna debunk this. All right. All right. So like I said, if it just happens to be the right circumstances or whatever, a figure can sometimes be seen outside of the window. And let's see, today, holy shit, there's actually a figure today. I actually got it on tape, no way. Wow. Holy sh. Okay, alright. Watch, I'm gonna go open the room. I will, hold on. This is what I'm guys, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, wow. It happened. Yeah, this is like an anomaly that happens at this window.
At first, he moves up close to his bedroom window, attempting to film whatever it is he's been seeing, but nothing appears. So he heads outside, adjusting his angle and pointing the camera back toward the house. And that's when he finally captures something. If you look closely at the upper window, a faint, human-like shape can be seen standing there. It's subtle, but distinct enough to resemble a figure lingering behind the glass. The uploader seems more excited than frightened that he finally managed to record it, which is surprising considering what it appears to show. To some people, this looks like a spirit briefly revealing itself in a place it's tied to. It's also possible that what we're seeing is just a reflection in the window, perhaps from lighting, the camera, or something positioned behind him that's being mirrored in the glass. In November of 2025, a man named Kyle Anthony posted video to his TikTok account showing himself investigating something deeply unsettling inside his home. According to Kyle, he had been hearing voices coming from his crawl space, enough to make him grab his phone and start recording. Right away, you can hear it in his voice. He's clearly nervous, hesitant to even get close as he slowly approaches the opening. The tension builds as he keeps filming, but for a while, nothing happens. And then...
Shit. Fuck. Shit. I should not have come down here. What the fuck is that? I'm stuck. I'm not trying to get out of here.
Faint but unmistakable, strange sounds begin coming from deep within the crawl space. They don't sound mechanical or random, they almost resemble distant voices echoing from somewhere out of sight. The noises continue for several seconds, just loud enough to be heard, but not clear enough to fully understand. It's easy to interpret this as something far more disturbing, the idea that something could be down there, hidden just out of view, making sounds that almost resemble speech. At the same time, there's a chance these noises could be traveling from somewhere else. Sound can carry in strange ways through tight spaces like crawl spaces, potentially making voices from outside or even neighboring areas seem like they're coming from directly beneath the house. It's also possible the audio was added afterward, with the uploader layering in recorded voices during editing to enhance the effect. But what makes this clip so unsettling is the lack of clarity. You can hear something, but you're left trying to figure out whether it's actually there, or just meant to sound like it is. Over on TikTok, a user known as Darkchat posted a video showing something that he claims had been disturbing him inside his Airbnb for about a month. In the clip, the uploader stands just outside a closed door. From the other side, a strange noise can be heard. Slowly, he reaches forward and begins turning the handle, cautiously opening the door to see what's inside. What he captures next is difficult to explain. As soon as he steps into the room, a strange, smoky figure can be seen standing inside the bathroom. The shape looks almost human, but not fully solid, more like a dark mist forming a figure. And then, just as quickly as it appears, it vanishes. The uploader then walks further into the bathroom, looking around, clearly trying to figure out what he just witnessed, but there's nothing there. Some viewers believe the figure could be some kind of entity briefly manifesting, the smoky appearance making it feel less physical and more like something not fully present in our world. Another possibility is that the effect could be created using editing or visual effects. With the way the figure appears and disappears so quickly, it wouldn't be impossible to recreate something like this with modern video tools. Either way, opening a door and seeing something standing there, only for it to disappear a second later, is the kind of moment that stays with you. And it might make you think twice before checking what's behind a closed door late at night. Reddit user Chunky Metal posted a video to the Ghost subreddit claiming it was recorded by a friend while he was inside his uncle's house one day. At first, the footage seems completely uneventful. Nothing appears out of place until suddenly something happens that changes the entire tone of the clip.
D. Front. Door. Center. Center is opened. Disarm now. Disarm now.
Out of nowhere, the front door slowly opens on its own. There's no one visibly standing there, at least not at first. But then, just moments later, a dark, shadowy figure becomes visible at the doorway. It doesn't enter the house. Instead, it just stands there, completely still. And if you look closely, you can make out what appear to be two glowing white eyes staring from within the darkness. The figure remains motionless for a moment before the clip ends, leaving behind more questions than answers. To some viewers, this feels like a classic shadow entity, something lingering just outside, watching, but not quite crossing the threshold. It's also possible the scene was staged. The door could have been opened from outside, and the figure may simply be a person standing in low light, with the glowing eyes created by reflection or editing. Either way, seeing your front door open on its own, followed by something standing there silently watching, is enough to send a chill down anyone's spine. It's the kind of moment that makes you hesitate before ever entering a door again. A TikTok user named Antonio Park filmed a video and posted it to his account on May 6, 2024, and sees him wandering around a hospital basement. Whether or not he was an employee at this particular hospital, or if he was just simply moseying around for video, is anybody's guess. Either way, the setting alone is enough to feel unsettling. Dim lighting, empty halls, and the kind of atmosphere that already puts you on edge. As he continues walking through the basement, everything seems quiet, at least at first. But then, around the 28-second mark, something happens.
¿De dónde puede haber salido? Sí. A la mierda.
Out of nowhere, a heavy book suddenly flies off a surface and crashes onto the floor, seemingly all by itself. There's no one nearby, and nothing visibly interacts with it. The force behind it makes it look less like it simply fell, and more like it was thrown. Surprisingly, Antonio doesn't react too dramatically. He continues exploring the basement, but doesn't appear to find anything else out of the ordinary. At first glance, this could be a clear example of poltergeist activity, an unseen force physically interacting with objects in the environment. Another possibility is that the scene was staged. With careful setup, the book could have been pulled or pushed from out of frame to create the illusion that it was thrown. Whatever the case may be, seeing an object suddenly launch itself across the room in a place like that would be enough to make most people turn around immediately. Because if something can move like that, you have to wonder what else might be down there. TikTok user Leanne Rito posted a video to his account in October of 2023 showing what appears to be a very real moment of panic inside his home. As the clip begins, he moves his phone around the room, clearly shaken, as if he's trying to capture something that's been bothering him. His description makes it even more unsettling, simply reading, "I am terrified. I need urgent help." Take a look.
Estoy escuchando ruidos afuera, son 3:30 de la mañana. Voy a no sé si salir. Ahí está, hija de puta, de vuelta. Es ella. Yo no te voy a tener miedo. Hoy no te tengo miedo. Tengo miedo. Date vuelta. Date vuelta. Date vuelta. Date vuelta. Date vuelta. ¿Dónde estás?
A pale, ghostly figure can be seen wandering around the property. It moves slowly, almost aimlessly, but in a way that immediately catches his attention. The moment he sees it, his breathing becomes heavy and frantic. He quickly backs away from the window and retreats further into the house, clearly not wanting to stay near whatever is outside. To some, the figure resembles a classic apparition, something lingering just beyond the home, quietly moving through the darkness. A more grounded explanation is the entire scene was staged. The figure could be someone wearing a ghost-like costume outside, with a quick cut or transition used as the uploader moves to sell the illusion. What makes the clip stand out is how quickly everything unfolds. One moment he's searching for answers, and the next, he's running from something he clearly didn't expect to see. At around 8:04 p.m. on December 28, 2025, a Reddit user known as Big Daddy 1989 was scanning the night sky somewhere in Sonoma, California, using a PVS-14 night vision device. While doing so, he noticed something unusual moving overhead, and this time he managed to capture it on video. At around the 1:38 mark, a triangular-shaped object comes into view, gliding across the sky. Through the night vision, you can make out 3 faint points of light, one on each corner of the triangle. The uploader describes the object as having quick movement and a dim light on each side. He continues, saying, quote, "It made no sound whatsoever. I was facing northeast and the triangle was traveling northwest. This is my second time seeing this triangle. First time I saw it with my night vision tube alone, and this time I had my camera attached / filming and was lucky to capture this shot." End quote. The shape alone is what stands out. Triangular objects like this have been reported for years, often described as silent and moving in ways that don't quite match anything familiar. At the same time, it's simply hard to say what this is based on the footage alone. But sightings like this tend to linger, especially when they happen more than once. If you're watching this anywhere near a closet right now, you might want to double check it before going to sleep tonight. This video was posted to TikTok by user Bundeloge Kermish on January 23rd, 2026. In it, the uploader is simply recording a casual video to send to a friend, nothing out of the ordinary. At least that's how it starts.
But yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, I'll see if you can come over in a bit. You should bring your dog. Your dog's really, really big and cute. Nope. Mom? Mom?
Right here, if you focus on the closet in the background, something unsettling comes into view. a face. Peeking out just enough to be seen, almost as if it's watching her. And when you really look at it, it doesn't seem abstract or distorted, it genuinely resembles a human face hiding in the darkness. Moments like this immediately raise a disturbing possibility. The idea that someone could actually be inside the closet, quietly watching without being noticed. The scene could also be staged. It could simply be a friend hiding inside the closet, intentionally positioning themselves to look as creepy and unnatural as possible on camera. What makes it linger though is how subtle it is. It's not obvious at first glance, but once you notice it, your eyes keep drifting back to that same spot. This next video was uploaded to YouTube by a man named Paul Sparrow all the way back in October of 2006. The footage shows a dark woodland area at night, along with what appears to be an abandoned structure. For the first 20 seconds, nothing particularly unusual happens, just an eerie, quiet atmosphere, until this.
Where's it gone? There was something there. Sure I saw something. Where is it? It was around here somewhere. Oh, it's here somewhere, but it's gone. Oh, I don't know where it is.
In the video's description, Paul provides the following context. Quote, I took a borrowed color night shot camera to the woods near my home to try to capture a reported ghost sighting. When I caught sight of something, I tried to steady the camera and zoom in, but whatever it was disappeared as quickly as it appeared. End quote. It's clear that Paul noticed something in the darkness before the camera fully picked it up, but once he zooms in, the figure becomes visible. The shape appears distinctly ghostly, slightly hunched, draped in what looks like robes, almost resembling a grim reaper. Just as suddenly as it appears, the figure vanishes. Paul can be heard saying, quote, where's it gone? There was something there. I'm sure I saw something. End quote. He then walks toward the spot where he claims to have seen it, only to find nothing. For some, this is compelling evidence of a supernatural presence tied to a specific location. In European folklore, wooded areas are often linked to restless spirits, and the figure's cloaked appearance has drawn comparisons to the Grim Reaper or wandering revenants, entities said to briefly manifest before vanishing without a trace. Others remain skeptical, suggesting it could be a hoax. Some point out how unusual it is that Paul seems to know exactly where to aim the camera. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. This final video dates all the way back to May 11th, 2008 and was posted by a YouTube user known as NickDude200. According to Nick, he was simply filming his little sister inside their dad's living room. Just a normal, harmless moment caught on camera. But something unexpected ended up being captured in the background.
Beth. Hello. What are you doing? TV. What you watching?
As his sister happily says hello to the camera, something far more unsettling can be seen outside. Right there, near the window, a figure briefly appears moving past the glass. It's only visible for a couple of seconds, but the shape is clear enough to resemble a ghost as it passes by. The moment is quick, almost easy to miss, but once you notice it, it changes the entire feel of the clip. To some, it looks like a figure wandering just outside the home, something passing by at exactly the wrong moment. At the same time, it could be something far less mysterious. Reflections, lighting, or even someone outside moving past the window could create a similar effect on camera. It's the timing that makes it unsettling. 1 second everything feels completely normal, and the next something is there, and then gone just as quickly. And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
TikTok user Jose Castillo and his friends often mountain bike after work on some wooded trails near the city of Oaxaca, Mexico. One evening after dark, Jose and his friends go out on a trail that they've taken many times before. But this time, things take a terrifying turn. Jose's GoPro camera is recording when something happens that still gives him chills to this day. Did you see it? Someone or something appears out of nowhere and Jose barely manages to swerve around it. When slowed down and paused, the figure appears to be cloaked, wearing a veil that's translucent enough that you can see what looks like a face. A very disturbing face. Many viewers of Jose's TikTok believe that he captured the infamous weeping woman, La Llorona, a vengeful spirit of Mexican lore that mourns the loss of her children. But what do you think this is? Let me know. TikTok user Brianna's videos are mostly dedicated to her favorite pastime, free diving in the beautiful waters just off the coast of sunny Florida. Now, none of Brianna's videos have anything to do with the supernatural. Well, except for just this one. One afternoon, Brianna is going for a routine dive when she captures something truly chilling. Brianna starts to panic as she hears loud, distressed underwater screams all around her. After she surfaces and disturbed by what she just heard, she goes down again to try to figure out just what is going on. This time, there are no screams. Brianna is baffled by what just happened and posts her strange, unexplained video to TikTok. Now, of course, many viewers accuse Brianna of adding a fake audio track to her dive video. So, to prove them wrong, Brianna posts again, this time showing the footage directly from her GoPro camera.
So, people are asking what camera I use. GoPro 7 works perfectly fine for me. I cracked it a little bit, but I use a case. Definitely not a voiceover though, so I'm going to show you the video straight out of my GoPro. Just like how I recorded it. So you can hear. Voiceover or an edit or anything like that. So.
Now, paranormal or not, the strange underwater screams are absolutely unnerving. 12 years ago, a band in Veracruz, Mexico was playing their final gig as one of their members was about to move to another town. At the time, they didn't notice anything unusual about the event at all. But later, as the guys rewatched the video of their performance, they noticed something that chills them to their core. For this one, there's probably no reason to ask. But did you see it? Lurking behind the TV in the right corner, a ghastly-looking girl with what seems to be a pale and distorted face seems to be peeking out at the band. What's even weirder is that if we cut to different segments of the video, the strange pale girl has disappeared. The guys in the band believe that this bizarre figure might be the ghost of a friend of theirs who took her own life years earlier, perhaps dropping in for one last goodbye at the band's final performance. Caught live on camera. This next creepy clip was sent in by John Robinson, who goes by the streamer name J-Rob. Now, John frequently goes live on YouTube with his friends to talk sports and debate their favorite players and teams. But during one of these late night live streams, something happens that shocks them all to their core.
I think y'all need to build off of those two people and a couple of more pieces. I do like RJ Barrett, but I don't know, it might be time for him to go as well. You never really know. So I say you just build off of those people. Was that a ghost?
I just personally... Oh, yo, Junebug, chill out.
Yo, that wasn't even a person.
Junebug, chill out. I ain't got time for this. Yo, did we catch a ghost on stream?
Bro, stop.
No, stop it. Stop Junebug, it. Run it back. I gotta run it back.
Hey, I didn't see it. I didn't see anything, man. I was looking at it.
Turn on the lights. Stop playing, bro. I'm looking at it right now.
I'm gonna go look at it right now because it's bro.
What? Junebug, what happened?
That was not a person, bro.
Bro, chill out. What are y'all talking about? J-Rob, stop playing.
Hey, y'all chill out, man. Hold up, man. I ain't with this.
Bro, go watch it for yourself.
Run it back. Somebody run back the clip. Please, somebody run back this clip.
Oh, bro.
Somebody clip that.
Run it back at 5 minutes.
An unexplained dark figure seems to walk past John's friend Chris, even though Chris is completely alone at home. Now freaked out, Chris turns on the light and comes back to watch.
Definitely, like they the dope up, bro. Like,
Yo, what the hell, bro? What the f was that?
I ain't even smoking.
I'm not playing no. Yo, J-Rob,
I'm smoking on that.
Hold on.
Wait, Chris, you saw it?
Did I see it, bro? Yo, what the f was
bro,
that?
And then Chris looked both ways like he felt his energy, like, bro.
Hey, Chris.
I felt like a cold chill, but honestly, bro.
Oh my god.
Chris, you might want to go out there. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm gonna look at it all after the fact. I ain't look at it yet.
But context, yo, I don't know what the hell happened, but apparently, like something just like walked past me. I feel like a chill, and then like all of a sudden, these J-Rob, Junebug, they start wilding out. I'm just like, yo, like what the hell is happening? Like, yo, like a ghost just went past you. A ghost?
There's something just went past you.
Yo, Jay, I'm about to look at the video right now. Hold
on. I'm not.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. Like, I'm not gonna lie, fellas. Like, I can't even. I'm so distracted. I'm so distracted right now, bro. Like, I can't even answer your question because I cannot believe what I just saw.
God.
Chris explains that he felt a chill when, whatever this is, walked behind him and he looked back, but didn't see anything. As more of their friends join the live stream, the whole group decides to watch the clip together.
Oh, what's that? What's that? What the hell was that?
I don't know. I don't know what he was saying. I ain't never seen
bruh.
Primo, you missed it. Oh, no.
I saw that. I saw that.
I felt, bro.
I saw that. I saw that.
Chill, I'm telling you. It was.
I saw that.
Look.
Oh, I saw that.
So, what do you think happened here? Did Chris's live webcam accidentally capture a ghostly apparition live on YouTube? Chris seems almost a little embarrassed about it. By the way, it should be mentioned that none of John/J-Rob's live streams have anything to do with the paranormal. If you want to take a look for yourself, you can watch this entire live broadcast over on John's YouTube channel, J-Rob. One last goodbye. Back in September, veterinary student Mary Carmen Flores from Arequipa, Peru, adopted a sweet little Labrador that she named Scott. The two quickly bonded, but only enjoyed a few months together before Scott was tragically found dead in Mary Carmen's home. Mary Carmen was absolutely devastated by the sudden loss of the very healthy dog and wanted an explanation. She suspected that some horrible person might have actually poisoned her dog. So Mary Carmen started searching through her CCTV footage to find answers. But instead, she found something else entirely. Something she was not prepared for. The CCTV footage shows Mary Carmen at the gate as her family arrives home. Her dog Scott can be seen happily greeting the group. But here is where it gets weird, because this footage was recorded after the dog had passed away. In tears, Mary Carmen explains that she believes Scott's spirit came to say goodbye to her and her family. She shared the video to TikTok in dedication to the sweet dog's memory. To this day, Mary Carmen still has no idea of what caused Scott the little Labrador's death, but she's grateful to have found the footage of Scott's final greeting and goodbye to the family. Highway horror. It's 4 in the morning and truck driver William Church is driving down an empty highway just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. He suddenly spots something in front of him that makes his blood run cold. William's truck dashcam records the moment when a translucent figure appears to be standing on the right lane of the highway. The truck driver can't believe his eyes, but he's not the only one who spots the bizarre figure. Sitting next to him in the passenger seat is his truck driving partner, Erica Lake. She is also shocked by the sudden appearance of this strange apparition on the road.
At first, I thought it was a human, and then when you can't really see the face and the top of the body up, I was kind of, I wonder what, and then we were thinking about maybe it's a ghost.
I actually twitched the wheel to miss whoever it was.
The highway they are on, Arizona State Route 87, is notorious for its many deadly accidents where countless lives have been tragically cut short. Adding to the mystery, the figure they capture appears to have no upper torso or head. So did the two truckers capture proof of the paranormal? Or just what do you think this is? Let me know. This next creepy video was uploaded to TikTok by Rosie B from Michigan. The home security clip shows Rosie's daughter strolling through the kitchen when the toddler seems to have a very odd and chilling encounter. At first, the girl appears to be talking to someone that we can't see, when suddenly something seems to try to yank a plastic container of snacks right out of her hand. Whatever it is then seems to go after her toy box. The toddler puts up a fight and wins, and then just walks away, seemingly angry at whoever or whatever was grabbing at her things. Later, when Rosie asks her daughter about what happened, the little girl says that a young boy and girl were trying to take away her toys. But looking at the video, there's just no one there. At least no one that we can see. So is the little girl fighting over toys with the ghosts of two children? Let me know what you think. Tunnel vision. This next video was sent in to popular Japanese ghost hunting team Clipstore by a man who claims that the footage was recorded by his now deceased older brother. The man says that his brother was a big fan of the paranormal and often spent his free time exploring well-known ghost spots in Japan. So one day his brother decides to film an allegedly haunted tunnel somewhere in Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. He has an encounter that is absolutely terrifying. Did you see it? After the man hears a creepy, unexplained voice coming from right behind him, he quickly spins around to see an ominous dark figure standing right in front of him. A shadowy shape that had not been there only seconds before. Absolutely terrified, the man makes a run for it. But the story gets even weirder. Because a few weeks later, the man who recorded this video passed away in a freak accident. This horrifying video was found on the man's phone. It was the last video that he recorded before his death. So the clip store team tracks down the location, but they don't really find anything unusual during their investigation. So could it be that the man accidentally recorded real paranormal phenomena? And could this have somehow led to him losing his life in such a tragic way? Let me know. A haunted hello. Christine Wright from the paranormal investigation team CVS Paranormal sets out all alone to explore the so-called, quote, Pirates Graveyard in Portland, England. The scenic cemetery was built way back in 1475 and has gotten its odd nickname from the many gravestones that feature carvings of skulls and crossbones. Christine finds herself completely alone when suddenly something happens that she still can't explain to this day.
Completely out of the way, so nobody... Hello. Oh, hello. Oh. Oh. What? Hello? Sure, I saw somebody shouted hello then, or said hello.
Christine is all alone when she hears something behind her, and as she turns, she hears a woman nearby clearly say hello.
Completely out of the way, so nobody... Hello. Oh, hello. Oh. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh.
A bit shocked, she immediately answers back, hello. But there's no one there. In fact, there's not even anyone else in the entire area that she's exploring. So could it be that the Pirates Graveyard in Portland, England is haunted by the ghosts of those who are laid to rest there? Let me know. It looks back. Over on the channel, RX Files explore Indonesian paranormal investigator Chu does a live solo investigation of the infamously haunted Tayu Hospital on the Indonesian island of Java. Tayu Hospital was built way back in 1933, and over its 80-year history, it began to develop a very bizarre reputation. Many patients who were treated at Tayu Hospital claimed to see the ghostly figure of an old nurse roaming its hallways. They also said that they had seen the terrifying apparitions of patients who had passed away inside the old hospital. And some even claimed to experience horrible hallucinations, like bloody footprints running up the walls that no one else could see. Tayu Hospital closed its doors in 2015 and has been left abandoned ever since. Paranormal investigator Chu is completely alone with nothing but a flashlight and his phone as he broadcasts his investigation live to his streaming audience. As Chu roams the hospital grounds, he starts to hear a few strange sounds here and there, but it doesn't seem to bother him. But then, Chu begins to ask that the alleged spirits that haunt the hospital let him know that they are there. And this is when things start to get creepy.
Udah, suara-suara saja. Tunjukkan semua ejakulasi kalau memang kalian ada di sini. Lingkau.
A hospital stretcher moves by itself, frightening Chu so much that he begins to shake uncontrollably. But things are about to get much worse. Chu decides that he's had enough of the outdoors and heads inside to explore the hospital's halls and rooms. But he starts to hear the disturbing sound of a bell ringing from somewhere inside the building. When he looks for the source, something happens that shocks him to his core.
Weh, banyak keklik tak? Ya! Ada, ya Allah, ya Allah.
The exit door slams shut right behind him and an ominous voice can be heard. But most terrifying of all, something seems to quickly peek out at Chu from inside one of the hospital rooms. Chu is terrified and quickly heads for another section of the hospital. But as Chu continues to explore, things just seem to get worse and worse.
Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah.
Chu jumps when he suddenly sees what appears to be the eerie apparition of a girl standing just inside an empty storage room. Gathering all of his courage, he charges toward the creepy figure, but it disappears into thin air. Chu is now seriously freaked out and just wants to leave, but his live audience has other ideas. He gets bombarded with requests in his live chat to go back inside the hospital just one more time and explore some of the abandoned rooms. As you might guess, it did not go well.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Saya ngecium bau nggak enak teman-teman di sini. Astagfirullahaladzim ya Allah. Astagfirullahaladzim ya Allah. Ancok matamu. Astagfirullahaladzim ya. Allahu Akbar ya Allah. Ya Allah, gue pergi penceng mana jantung anjing.
Chu freezes when he spots a woman in what looks like a hospital gown sitting on a bed inside one of the hospital rooms. She doesn't move, but her head seems to drop backwards to look at Chu as if it's not attached to her body. And with that, Chu has had enough. He ends his live stream and just gets out of there. So what do you think is going on here? Could the hospital really be haunted? Either way, real or not, whatever that is absolutely terrifying. When bad things come to those who wait. This next mysterious video was shared to the internet without a source. The footage appears to have been recorded by a CCTV camera inside a restaurant while the staff is finishing up work and cleaning up for the night. What happens next is shocking. mop and a bucket can be seen sliding across the restaurant floor by itself. But most horrifying of all, some kind of invisible force violently grabs the waitress by her hair and pulls her backwards out of frame. Now, without a source, we don't know what happened next, but I'm imagining lots of screaming and running. Bucksgrave Road. Friends David and Dell from the YouTube channel Signs and Signals are driving down a creepy back road called Bucksgrave Road in Carlisle, South Carolina. David and Dell say that when they were kids, they witnessed some very strange things out on Bucksgrave Road, such as odd, unexplainable lights and orbs. So, while driving down the narrow dirt road shooting some B-roll for their video in the car, they experienced something absolutely unnerving.
I think that's enough B-roll there.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste up all the battery already.
The camera's battery's getting is that?
Deal.
What the dude? I'm zooming in, I can't. Damn. What the what the are you supposed to do? Ain't nobody supposed to be out here? Oh that just walked in the woods. Where's the headlamp at? The headlamp should be right there. Like he didn't, like he stopped. Did he turn off the light? Can you see in there?
No, I can't see.
I'm zoomed in. I can't hardly see.
Zoom in, don't zoom in. It ain't gonna help.
What the What the are you doing?
The content play.
What the are you talking about? The content play. David, what the hell are you doing?
Hello?
I already tried that. He don't want none.
I'm trying to hear.
You dumb motherfucker. Okay, come on. This is some dumb shit. This ain't even what we're supposed to be here for.
Dude, I couldn't hear or see anything out there. It's so pitch black.
Damn. Dude, go! Dude!
To this day, David and Dell say that they have no idea who or what the creepy stranger could have been. And paranormal or not, they claim that they have never been so scared in all their life. So, did they encounter some creep in the remote woods? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can watch this entire video and many more spooky moments over on their YouTube channel, Signs and Signals. The Witching Board. Popular paranormal live streamer Ricky Velasquez and his wife Liz traveled to an allegedly haunted house somewhere out in the middle of nowhere in Mexico. Now apparently the story of this place is truly dark and disturbing because Ricky will only mention that the house was once home to an extremely large family named Hernandez. Apparently some tragic and unspeakable event occurred at the Hernandez home and most of the family, including many women and children, lost their lives. Now, whatever did happen, apparently it was so horrific that many people still leave candles at the house to pay their respects to this day. So after exploring the downstairs, Ricky and Liz head up to the second floor. And that's when they begin to experience something that makes their blood run cold. Ricky is broadcasting their exploration live on YouTube. And as he reads comments from his live stream audience, this happens.
¿Fuiste tú? No, man. Bebé, háblale tú. No sé.
Hola.
couple hears very strange sounds from somewhere on the top floor. Banging, moaning, and even what sounds like the voice of a young child. So now, in an attempt to make contact with the dead, Ricky and Liz decide to use a Ouija board. And as you might have guessed, it did not go well. During the Ouija board session, the couple continues to hear disturbing sounds coming from the house. Then something happens that absolutely scares the shit out of them.
¿Estás aquí con nosotros?
Liz, muévete de aquí. Muévete. Muévete. Vamos.
While using the Ouija board, Liz asks, "Are you here with us?" To which a terrifying little voice replies, "Yes." Ricky believes that he hears the voice coming from right behind him. So he looks through a clothing rack that is nearby and sees the horrifying, deathly pale face of a woman. The couple has had enough and they just run out of there as fast as they can. Now, keep in mind that all of this was broadcast live on YouTube. So whether it's real or not, it would have been much harder to fake. But whether it is real or fake, the footage is definitely very creepy. But if you want to take a look at the video for yourself, you can watch this entire exploration over on the YouTube channel, Ricky Velasquez. So after many requests and 8 months later, Nuke's Top 5 merch is back. We've got shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got coffee mugs, we've got stuff for your dog, we've got stuff for your cat. We've got stuff you probably never even wanted to begin with, but nevertheless, we've got it. So be sure to check out the all-new merch store at nukestop5.com. The Abandoned Arcade. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a source for this next video, but from what I have gathered, the footage was captured by security cameras at an abandoned pachinko arcade in Nagano, Japan. It is said that the ghost of a young girl is often seen inside this abandoned arcade. The CCTV footage seems to show a policeman investigating after an alarm in the abandoned arcade was set off by something. What happens next is downright chilling. What looks like the figure of a young girl can be seen following the policeman, but he doesn't see or hear anything. When the policeman turns to leave, the girl can be seen suddenly crouching nearby. Now, because there's no source, we'll probably just never know what happened. So, the footage remains unexplained. Get me out of here. A group of friends are having a great time in Torreon, Mexico when they decide to go on a very popular tourist attraction, the Cristo de la Noa's cable car ride. The cable car provides beautiful scenery of the city as it transports tourists up the mountain and through the streets of Torreon. With such a spectacular bird's eye view of the city, the group of friends can't help but take a video to capture the moment. But what happens on this particular ride is very disturbing.
Mándenle saludos a Robert que está allá para acá. ¿Estás transmitiendo, amigo? Está transmitiendo. ¿Quién está gritando? ¿Qué se siente sola? ¿Sí oyeron? Una niña que se siente sola. No, una niña no.
What sounds like the voice of a little girl can be heard screaming in terror, and the group has no idea where the voice is coming from. Now, after the video was shared on Facebook, many shocked viewers believe they hear the girl say, quote, "Get me out of here. I feel alone." But unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. So if you do, please let me know what you think the girl is saying down in the comments. Did the group accidentally capture a paranormal event on camera? You decide. Bearer of bad news. Popular urban explorers Matt and Andy from the YouTube channel Finders Beepers History Seekers are back with another exploration at an abandoned farmhouse in Yorkshire, England. This time they bring along their third team member, a cute little dog named Bear. They gear Bear up with a GoPro camera and a flashlight, and he starts to roam around the dark abandoned house. But unlike any of their previous explorations, Bear immediately begins to act very strange. The little dog sniffs around, running from room to room as if he's trying to find something.
It's like, oh no, I think I know what you put him inside. What is he doing? I don't know, but you're rude. He's on a proper mad one tonight. Ben, go find it. Go find it. Find it. Where is he? There's something weird about this place. I feel like we've just had the worst start to a video ever because Bear's just all over the place, and I don't know what you're doing, snorting up. Got dust up his smells. Oh, I noticed cupboards, to be fair. What we got in here? We've got not very much in the bottom. Is there anything in the... What's that? Do you like a whistle? Where's Bear? Bear? My concern is that... Oh, he's upstairs. Bear? What was that? Bear? Bear? Oh, he's coming now. That worried me. I thought he'd hurt himself or something, or... I don't whimper. Yeah. You little fool. There's something going on with you today. Unless he's caught something.
As the guys continue to explore the downstairs of the farmhouse, little Bear sneaks away again to take another look upstairs. Matt and Andy are sorting through a pile of old books when something happens that is very unsettling.
Anyway, I want to have a quick look on this bed, see if I can find anything else. Right, boy. Bear? What's wrong with you? Just started barking randomly. What's the matter, love? Hey? You found a rabbit? You found some rabbits? What are you doing? What is it? What you found? I wonder if there's someone outside.
The little dog Bear barks and then comes charging back down the stairs. Wondering what caused the dog's strange reaction, the Finders Beepers team decides to head upstairs to check the second floor of the farmhouse. They look into one of the upstairs bedrooms, and that's when things take a terrifying turn.
What ear is that? What even is it? Like, is it out of a bathroom or something? Like an old bathroom cabinet. That's got a USB. And then how's that got a lock on it there for a bathroom cabinet? That makes no sense at all. Bear, you're just causing so much bother. What the f***? Did you hear that? Someone has just run down those stairs. I'm not going down there. Where is he, Ben? Hello? Hello?
Matt and Andy suddenly hear someone running down the stairs. They quickly go over and take a look down the staircase, but there's no one there. Now the guys head back downstairs, and after a careful search, they don't find anyone in the house. So they decide to check the footage on Bear's GoPro camera, and what they find is truly chilling.
Bear, what are you doing? He's covered in cobwebs. Absolutely covered. Do you know the way of doing this? we can watch his footage back. I'll have to do it on his camera.
Yeah.
Come on. Right, we need to show you something on this camera, because his camera's in my hand, of what he's just seen. And I haven't looked at all the footage yet. I've just seen one thing and it has chilled me. It has proper chilled me. Look at this. What's wrong with you? Just started barking randomly.
What's wrong?
We found a rabbit. We found some rabbits.
In the footage, the poor little doggo jumps back in fear as he finds someone hiding underneath the bed. He barks and quickly runs back downstairs to Matt and Andy. The guys go back up to check the bedroom.
I'm in my pants now. Absolutely in my pants. But yeah, we'd come up here, and whoever it was, from what I can see, I can't even go downstairs ever again. I'm living up here now. Yeah, it's here, look. They've been under there. Whoever it was under that bed. Yeah, but this is horrible, Andy. I can deal with spooky, ghosty things, but real people...
People are just unpredictable.
If they're laying under a bed in an abandoned house, there's something not right in first place. What the thing is, right, if Bear hadn't alerted us to it, what would happen when we came upstairs?
God knows.
That's the thing that worries me.
Somebody under bed has just jumped out and grabbed me.
Yeah, just grabbed your leg from under bed. It's like every child's nightmare, isn't it?
Trust me, I wouldn't have been in here.
I would have been booting him in the head.
There'd have been an Andrew-shaped hole in the door. Trying to get out, honest to God. I wasn't nothing about. Forget it.
Now we'll never know just who this creepy guy was who was hiding under the bed. Was he an innocent squatter? Or did he have bad intentions? But again, this is exactly the reason that I always say people are way scarier than anything paranormal. You can watch this entire video over on the YouTube channel, Finders Beepers History Seekers. The end of the Zark haunting. Now you might remember a little while back we featured an Indian family who claimed that their apartment was haunted by a poltergeist.
It's coming from the cupboard. Could you please stop?
Well, as an update to this story, the father Zark says that he has decided to end the channel because now his family has finally moved to a new home. But Zark posted one final video from their old apartment that might be their creepiest video yet. Zark hears a child crying in their living room and thinks that it's his son. But just as he enters the room, he sees a semi-transparent child run toward the hall. In the dark, Zark can't tell that something just doesn't quite look right, and he runs after the child, thinking that it's his own son. But just then, his wife yells to him from the other room to say that their son is still safe in bed, snug under the covers and not crying at all. So Zark has no idea who or what this is. Cut back to current day, and Zark says that the channel is now over. But was the Zark Scary Haunting channel for real? Or was it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The Abandoned Graveyard. Paranormal investigator Ian from the YouTube channel Midwest Ghost Hunter is back on another investigation. This time at the allegedly haunted Vicksburg Cemetery in Renville County, Minnesota. The old graveyard is abandoned, overgrown, and hidden away deep in the Minnesota woods. In the 1870s, the cemetery was part of the thriving town of Vicksburg, but the village is now nothing more than a ghost town, perhaps quite literally. You see, visitors to the cemetery have reported seeing and hearing supernatural activity, and locals warn tourists to stay away from the graveyard at night. Midwest Ghost Hunter, aka Ian, soon finds out why.
All right, entering the cemetery. All right, I'm coming over to visit. I hope you don't mind. Oh my gosh. This whole grave is in shambles. I'm sorry that your tombstone has been destroyed. What happened? Is it vandalized? Whoa. Okay, I just heard you.
Ian finds a headstone that seems to have been smashed to pieces, and when he asks whether the headstone has been vandalized, a quiet little voice seems to whisper, "Yeah." The investigator is shocked by what he just heard. He believes that the spirit he is talking to might be associated with the smashed headstone. So he tries again.
If you're still here, could you tell me your name? Because unfortunately there's really no way for me to tell. I really don't want to dig around your grave shambles, because I don't want to damage it any further. You don't have to be shy, ma'am. As I said, I'm just here to visit. I'm here with nothing but respect. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes right now, but that's okay. It's worth it. If I could just hear your voice one more time. Whoa. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I heard that. I heard you once again. Whoa, you just drained my battery too. Dang, dude.
Ian asks to hear the spirit's voice one more time, and this time a soft voice seems to answer, "It's lonely here." Ian decides to explore more of the cemetery, and when he reaches another gravestone, something happens that he just can't explain.
Oh, whoa, whoa! What the hell was that?
Suddenly, the fence begins rattling by itself without reason.
Oh, whoa, whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa! That sounded like the fence. Did you just rattle this fence? What's your name? Here, I could try to read your grave. What does that say? Nanny? Is your name Nanny? Whoa. Okay. I take that as a yes. Thank you. Is there anybody else that's buried here? Whoa, I just heard your voice. Could you say it once more? Dude, oh my god, I just heard you again!
I just received an intelligent response from what sounds like a ghostly little girl, and now realize that there actually may be two spirits haunting this gravesite. Nanny Bickle, who passed away at the age of 5, and Ida Bickle, who passed away at age 7.
After the fence surrounding 2 gravestones rattles on its own and the voice of a little girl seems to respond, Ian decides to take some pictures. What happens next is absolutely unnerving.
Pose for the photo. Could you smile? Alright, I'm gonna count to 3, okay? And I want you to pose for this photo. 1, 2, 3.
If you look at this photo closely, there appears to be 2 misty little girls staring into the camera from the gravesite. They both appear to be in their adolescence, have long hair, and dark beady eyes. In the photo taken afterwards, they are completely gone.
2 misty apparitions that look like little girls appear in one of Ian's pictures, sitting right next to what he believes is their own gravestone. So is old abandoned Vicksburg Cemetery truly haunted? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, Midwest Ghost Hunter. Unwanted guest. In this next creepy video, 2 police officers are alerted by an Airbnb homeowner who suspects someone has broken into her house.
How's it going? What seems to be the problem?
I left for a while to go shopping, and when I came home, the door is open. I think somebody broke in.
The homeowner says the house should be empty, but is worried that an intruder might be inside. The 2 officers make their way into the house as their body cameras record the entire incident.
Police, if anyone's here, make yourself known.
One of the officers is checking out the downstairs bedroom, and this is when things start to get weird.
Anyone inside?
A loud bang can be heard, and at the same time, strange interference comes through the radio. The officer now heads upstairs, and his body cam starts to experience strange video glitches. What happens next is downright chilling.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
Downstairs clear. Upstairs clear?
Yeah, we're good. Now, understandably, this police officer is done with this house. 2 doors open on their own without explanation, and when the officer is about to go downstairs, the loud sound of charging footsteps or stomping can be heard right behind him. He swings around, but again, no one there. This footage was later released as the officer claimed to have experienced paranormal activity while inside the house. So just what do you think is going on here? Is this Airbnb haunted? Let me know down in the comments. The Shadowy Shepherd. This next creepy video was captured by Twitter user Eldar Glorfindel. Eldar says that he and his friends were about to head home after spending a day at the beach in the city of Niterói, Brazil. They spotted a lone goat trotting down the street. So Eldar decides to take a quick video of the goat to share with his friends on social media, kind of as a joke. But his friends are shocked when they spot something that Eldar did not see.
Qual é, mano? Do nada, bode, mano. Bode, do nada.
Some eerie figure can be seen watching Eldar and his friends from the shadows. Eldar's baffled and swears that he and his friends didn't see anyone standing there at the time. But whoever or whatever it is, the goat does seem to take notice. So what do you think is going on here? Let me know down in the comments.
Qual é, mano? Do nada, bode, mano. Bode, do nada.
Run. Japanese paranormal investigator Takeuchi from the YouTube channel Takeuchi Camera travels to the old abandoned Shiriwa village in Japan. The village is now a ghost town. It has been completely abandoned for over 28 years. Centuries-old graves of former residents can be found hidden away between the decaying homes. Locals like to say that these days, the only residents of Shiriwa village are the dead. In the dark of night, Takeuchi begins to hear unnerving sounds coming from all around him as he explores. He starts to get a little freaked out and decides to take out his thermal camera to get a better look at what could be hiding in the dark. What he sees shocks him to his core.
めっちゃ周りからバチバチ音聞こえるから気づかれてないやつやけど。よし。ほらほらほらほらほらほら。なんか来てるなんか来てる。ちょっと待ってちょっと待って。なんかおるなんかおる。ちょっと待って。ほらなんかおるなんかおる。マジ。ほらマジマジマジマジマジマジマジ。ほらなんかおるなんかおるなんかおる。なんかおるなんかおるって。ほら。ちょっと待って。近づいてみようか。気づかれた。まだおるまだおるまだおる。よし。ほらおるから完全におる。なんかマジマジ完全におる。よしよしよし。いけいけいけいけ。今今よし今今はいはいチーズ。よし取れたちょっと待って取れた。いけた。取れたか取れたか。あれちょっと待って何も映ってない。嘘やろ。 中におる。なんかおる。マジでおる。マジでおる。マジでおる。マジでおる。マジでおる。何してんの何してんの。はどういうこと。何してんの。はマジでおる。なんかおるんよ。ちょっと待って。
The thermal camera captures a heat pattern that resembles a human shape. But when Takeuchi looks around with his own naked eye, he can't see anyone. Suddenly, the figure charges toward Takeuchi, and in a panic, the investigator runs for his life. And with this, Takeuchi has had enough and just leaves. So could this be the angry spirit of a villager who passed away in the old abandoned Shiriwa village? Let me know what you think. Dashing out of the woods. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Martin and his wife are out delivering food for DoorDash, driving through a wooded area near Chesapeake, Virginia. Suddenly, they spot something truly disturbing.
Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
What the
Is it not a fucking...
I don't know what the it was. I'm getting out of here.
I thought it was a...
It's not a deer.
Me too. No, I thought it was like a reflection of...
It was not a reflection. There was no water to reflect off of. I don't know what the it was.
It was not a deer?
No, it wasn't a deer. I know what a deer looks like. I don't know what the that was. I'm getting.
Did you see it? A strange figure can be seen running out of the woods at a super fast speed, and then it disappears into the darkness on the other side of the road. Now, you certainly can't blame him, but Martin doesn't want any part of this. He jams his foot down on the gas and just gets out of there, while his girlfriend kind of giggles at him a little bit. But now Martin got the best view of this figure, and he says that something on two legs just jumped from the trees and ran right across the road. Martin says that whatever it was looked humanoid, but he has no clue what it could have been. So what do you think Martin and his wife captured on their dash cam? Let me know down in the comments.